This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So it's the weekend, everybody, and I'm sure you're absolutely thrilled with that. So if you are, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed already, it's brilliant over here. There isn't a better platform to be on if you're a boxing fan. Click it, smash it, hit it, all that good stuff. So, fight day. First of all, good luck to Billy Joe Saunders and the whole card of Frank Warren's over there, like Harvey Horn, Joe Joyce, etc., etc. And hopefully Billy Joe becomes a two-weight world champion. Okay, so we get another world champion here in the UK. And of course, over there in Glasgow at the World Boxing Super Series semi-final, good luck to Inoue and Rodriguez. And of course, certainly Josh Taylor. Hopefully he manages to get to the final and was against the Regis Progress. So yeah, hopefully he gets through today and then gets himself into the final. Good luck to Josh Taylor. Now, on to the Wilder vs. Breazeale card. A week ago, well, 5-6 days ago actually, I did a video and I showed you guys the ticket sales. And within each coloured section, there were absolutely hundreds. That's what you're looking at on the screen right now. Is from just under a week ago. And this follows on from a video that I did probably about 2 weeks before that. Where people saying, no, you need to do it on fight week. We always leave tickets till last minute here in America. It's weird. It's very, very weird. But that's what they do. But of course, if it was a concert for like Mariah Carey or Eminem or whatever it will be, it would have sold out a long time ago, right? And a UFC event, WWE, you name it. But just not Wilder. Wilder, there seems to be excuses. So what's going to happen is, as I said a week ago, so on your screen right there is from 5-6 days ago now. And it just wasn't looking very good at all. In fact, I said to you guys that what I'm probably going to be doing is handing out free tickets to hobos living on the street to come in just to make up the numbers, give them a hot dog, give them a Coke and a free ticket. And it doesn't matter who it is that you're watching, just sit there, eat your hot dogs and you drink your Coke and just get on with the event just to make it look good. So when the cameras pan around, we've got a full arena. Now, what's going to happen here is very, very simple. These guys at the Barclays Centre, they're going to make up the numbers. Brett Yormark, of course, he runs the Barclays Centre. He works for Heyman Sports. And of course, he works on the Supreme Council of the WBC. So they're going to try and fiddle the figures for this event. How do we know this? Because tickets are terrible. So, as you see, on your screen right there is a week ago. Right now on your screen is today, so fight day, and there isn't too much difference, as you can see right there, not too much difference. But to be fair, it is an improvement. Okay, now this is just StubHub. If you go over to Ticketmaster, there's a whole ton of tickets over there. Same with Groupon, same with Viagogo, same with so many other ones. Okay, and I'm sure there'll probably be loads of ticket touts outside of the event desperately trying to get their money back. Okay, but Wilder's is not a pay-per-view star, and this is the whole point. This is why I make the videos of ticket sales, because Wilder fans seem to think that Joshua should give Wilder 50-50. Unbelievable, even though Joshua got 3 belts, right? And Joshua, who's coming to your country, by the way, in America, and it's nearly sold out with 2 weeks left to go. He's nearly sold out. I think there's about 1,000 tickets left, so I heard. I don't know that for a fact, it's just what I heard. But we do know 3-4 weeks ago, there were 17,000 sold, just needed 4 more thousand, and it was a sellout. So anyway, so Wilder quite clearly, and no, it's not about Dominic Breazeale being in the other corner. The exact same thing happened with Luis Ortiz, etc., etc. Because what Wilder needs is, because he's not a superstar. He's not a superstar even in his own state of Alabama. He's not a superstar anywhere. He can't sell tickets. He can't even give them away. In fact, most of his tickets are giveaways. And again, that's been proven to be a fact in the past, which is a good thing. I wish that a lot of events would give away tickets for those less fortunate who can't afford tickets but want to go to boxing events, obviously given to the fire brigade, etc., etc. So it's good that they do that, but this shows that he's not a ticket seller. He needs Anthony Joshua in the corner, in the other end of the ring. He needs Joshua to help him sell out an event. He needs Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury last time out, when he beat Wilder, let's be honest, he did beat Wilder. So Wilder is a paper champion right now. We all know what happened. We all know Tyson Fury got screwed. And Tyson Fury sold that event in Los Angeles. 17,500 tickets, or 17,500 people were in there. How many of those tickets were sold? I was hearing 13,500 were actually sold. And the rest were giveaways. And a whole lot of Brits and Irish travelled to Los Angeles to watch and cheer on Tyson Fury. So even there, they were still short by about 3,500 for a sellout, and that was in Los Angeles for Lineal versus WBC, right, as they were pushing. And now he also needs a Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is a decent ticket seller. Dillian Whyte is a pay-per-view fighter here in the UK. If Dillian Whyte went to America to take on Deontay Wilder, well, listen, he would probably sell that place out if he was in the other corner. Or at least give it a damn good push, because a lot of people will actually travel to America to cheer on Dillian Whyte, because a lot of people believe that Dillian Whyte would beat him. Now, the problem with Wilder, why is he not selling out? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's because of how he is. It's how he acts, with his one in the body on a record, with his always putting down other fighters, past and present. It's what he does. He's a very, very hateful kind of person. I'm sure behind the cameras, when the camera's not rolling, he's probably a really, really nice guy. But people don't care about that. People care about what product are you giving us. Americans will support you. Americans will pack the arenas out. Americans will buy your merchandise. Americans will talk about you if you give them what they want. And what they want you to do is the big fights. You're ducking Joshua. You're ducking Dillian Whyte. You've been ducking the Klitschko's in the past. You've done all this kind of stuff. And you've been embarrassing them. You're WBC heavyweight champion. You're American. They want to support you, but they can't support cowardness. What Wilder needs to do is move from Alabama over to Kansas, get caught up in that tornado, and get sent over to Oz to go get himself some courage. Because he is the cowardly lion of the heavyweight boxing scene. He really, really is. I'm afraid there's no denying. I'm just a dandelion if I only had the knife. Put him up, put him up. He's a coward. He doesn't want to take on the top contenders. And Americans want him to do that. Americans want to support their own. Of course they do. Just that a lot of them don't, because of how he is, how he acts, the things that he says, the lack of opposition, the terrible resume. That's why he's not selling out. This isn't to have a go. This isn't having a go at Wilder's fans as much, although we do know that a lot of his YouTube fan followers won't get from behind their computer to go support him when they know that the event is struggling. In fact, they'd rather stay in their house and make post-fight review videos on him rather than actually going to support him. But yet, we're real big Wilder fans, right? Isn't that what you say? Radio, of course you are, of course you are. You'd rather sit there and eat your cheesesteak sandwiches, right? Make a little bit of money from your AdSense, make a little bit of money from your Super Chats, whatever it may be. But if Brits can travel over to support Joshua, as thousands and thousands are, that's far more inconvenient for a Brit to travel to New York to go support Joshua. That's far more inconvenient and a hell of a lot more expensive than it would be for you, being in America, to go from wherever it is that you live in America to New York. It's called passion. It's called supporting. You guys support from behind your computer, and that is it. So this is why Wilder struggles, because he's actually got a fake section of fans. He has some real good fans. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he has a lot of fans that are fake. They're only there to be anti-Anthony Joshua, anti-Eddie Hearn, anti-UK. But if Dominic Breazeale wipes out Wilder tonight, these people will disperse. No doubt about it. These people will just disappear from the face of the earth. As far as heavyweight boxing is concerned, they won't even talk about this fight. If they did, they make some kind of excuses as to why Wilder lost to Dominic Breazeale, of all people. Bear in mind, Dominic Breazeale was Anthony Joshua's first defense of his newly crowned IBF title on his 17th fight, and he played with Dominic Breazeale. Anthony Joshua had glandular fever, very, very unwell in that fight, and used him as practice to get rounds in, because prior to that, he wasn't getting that many rounds in other than Dillian Whyte when he went 7 rounds. So he wanted Dominic Breazeale to get rounds in for when he ends up fighting the real top guys. And he's going to have to go the distance at times. And he still stopped him, even though he had glandular fever in 7 rounds. So Wilder should, in theory, just dispatch Dominic Breazeale in the first round, maybe 2-3 rounds, an absolute push. In theory. But if he loses, his career over, isn't it? But if he loses, at least we'll probably all get undisputed. So anyway, that's what's going on. The day of the tickets the day of the fight, the ticket sales are still terrible. But as I said, Brett Yormark, he will probably fiddle the figures and probably say, yeah, 14, 15,000. It's a real successful event. Or they'll probably say, yeah, but there was college football on, or there was something else on tonight. There's always an excuse. Either way, this ain't selling out, and he should be selling out. That's the whole point. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.